Welcome to Simple Scotch Reviews. Here we have Aberlour. I call it the Casg. I'm not going to butcher the pronunciation. The title of this video has the spelling. You can pronounce it yourself. You can learn the correct way so you can be that guy that corrects everyone else. If you want to do that, if you know the correct pronunciation, you can drop that in the comments. But I'd prefer not to butcher it here. It's batch number 1. It's a new release from Aberlour. I believe that they have released another batch of it here. In the stores near me, I still see batch 1. It's a Highland single malt Scotch whiskey bottled at 48% ABV. Let's take a look. There's lots of fruit on the nose. You get some of those orchard fruits. Apple, red apple, not green apple. Maybe a bit of pear. Baking spice for sure. Caramel, lots of caramel. Also on the nose, I did get a hint of citrus, but the palate of this whiskey is phenomenal. It's this awesome interplay of simultaneous orchard fruits like the apple and the bit of pear. Those fruits going on at the same time as the sherry, just darker fruits like your berry and plum. And then you also get the citrus happening at the same time. It's like this explosion of different fruit flavors all at once. There's definitely some orange in there as well. So the orange citrus coupled with the apple and pear and the darker fruits like your plums. There's also a great spice note in there, like maybe cinnamon, some of those baking spices, cinnamon, nutmeg, something like that. The finish is nice. Once those flavors from the palate start to fade, sort of dusty note kicks in, like a dusty malt note. And baking spice. So the dusty malt note and baking spice take the take you into the finish. It's a nice long finish. That is a very full flavored whiskey. So I know that some people were skeptical of this release because the ABV is lower. And they thought that it was going to be a inferior quality product to their other NAS whiskey, but personally, I find this one better. For a few different reasons, I enjoy the flavors more. It doesn't have such a thick, musty sherry note. I'll probably do a comparison at some point, comparison video to kind of more articulate the reasons that I prefer this one. I did have the opportunity to experiment prior to this with water in this whiskey to find out how that changes it, so I can take a look at my notes here to sort of explain how I felt the water changed it. On the nose, the water brought the orchard fruits stronger to the forefront. It kind of eliminated those citrus flavor or citrus smell that I got on the nose. There's only a little bit of it on the nose, but it cut it right out and brought the orchard fruits to the front. It also brought the spice flavor down. It made it really hard to find. On the palate, the water brought more citrus, ironically. After the nose, the citrus got eliminated by water. water brought more citrus in the palate and took away that dark fruit, like your plum and berry notes. And so had more just orchard fruit and citrus without that dark fruit. And then it ramped the spice up, which it took away from the nose. So I thought that was kind of interesting, the way that it added to the palate what it took away from the nose. The finish, water brought forward dark chocolate, maybe even a coffee flavor. It was that bitter dark chocolate, like your high percent dark chocolate. Overall, this is a very good whiskey. It's at a lower price point to their other NAS whiskey, and I prefer it. I know it's just batch 1, so we'll see how later batches change and how good they are. I'm promised by this. I think it shows a lot of promise, and it could get even better from here. I'm not going to be jaded into thinking that, it's only going to go downhill from here, like a lot of people get about whiskey. I'm always, hopeful for the future, even if it doesn't live up to what I hope and it gets worse. I still like to be hopeful rather than always pessimistic and living in the past. I think this is a good whiskey for people to step up into higher proof whiskey if they stick to usually more of the 40% whiskeys. I think it's a good intro. I certainly think that this is one that everyone should try if you like Scotch whiskey. Check out my channel to see other whiskey reviews. I'm going to be putting up some videos more soon, and I'm going to try to get more types of whiskey. Right now it's Scotch and Irish whiskey. I'm going to try to get some more American whiskey and Canadian whiskey to bring into the mix. So we'll take those as they come. Subscribe to the channel and you'll get the videos as they come out notified, and they'll bring them up to you. But otherwise, just browse the channel and there's plenty of reviews. Thanks for watching.